Well, hello, friends. Hope all of you wonderful people are doing wonderful tonight or this evening. I am David. I will be your live streaming host. I hope I know what I'm doing. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Me and my dog Daisy and Lily are here. We're going to give things a few minutes and let some people come in here before we get too excited. Oh, there it is. All right. Claude and Jessica, living in the Philippines. How are you, my friend? What's going on in your part of the world? I'm going to do a little model building with my something my wife got me for holidays to do during the winter. You're live also? Awesome. Does that mean great minds think alike? I think that's what that means. Great minds think alike, my friend. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do a little bit of a live. We got some time to kill. You know, it's cold and wintry outside. And for me, that's worst time of the year. Uh-oh. Trying to get set up here. Maybe no bueno. Nice shirt. Oh, thank you. You know, I'm all about those tropical shirts and those tropical vibes and tropical colors. And I'll tell you, this one actually came from Burlington Coat Factory for like $4. So I'm trying to get squared away here because I'm going to do some model building, Claude. And sometimes it's hard for me to see the chat far away. So I'm trying to set up my little iPad that has a bigger screen than my little phone in hopes that I can read the chat a little bit better. So that's what I'm doing now. But how are things in your part of the world? What kind of what? Shirt? Live stream? Model? I talk a lot, so sometimes I forget what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's do this one. We're building a Jolly Roger, a pirate ship, is what we did. I'll show it to you. I don't think that's any good. So this is what we started working on. A Jolly Roger pirate ship. I don't know if you guys can see that, but today's our second day working on it. Yeah, we got 10 people watching. You guys give us some thumbs up. Killer Alex in the house. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate that. Your wife's making fried chicken. My wife had to go to work. Alex, Killer Alex, we can't thank you enough for that super sticker. Very kind of you. Very appreciative. My wife went to work, so I don't know what I'm having for dinner. But I got a couple of new things I was going to show everybody tonight that I got. I went to Hobby Lobby over the weekend in the blizzard. You know, we had 20 feet of snow here, and it was like negative 400,000 degrees out and bitterly cold. But since I needed some paints, to go with this new model for all of you guys to see. I blazed through the 8 feet of snow and went to Hobby Lobby, and I picked up, was it 20 feet? Sorry, the 20 feet of snow. I couldn't remember if it was 20 or 8, but you know, doesn't really matter. Landon says, hello, Landon, how are y'all? Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that already. But while I was at Hobby Lobby, I found I had to get some paint, you know, for the model because I didn't have any. I didn't have the right colors. And I found a couple of cool things that I bought at Hobby Lobby. I'll show them with you guys that I'm going to use. And some other things I was talking about the other night. Oh, there for a minute, I thought all my paint was gone. Okay, Faith in the house. Landon's in the house. Claude's in the house. Keeler Alex is in the house. So we had to buy a bunch of paint. Now, I'm not ready to use the paint today, but I wanted to get them purchased while I was thinking of it, so I'd have them, because you never know how far we're going to make in any given day. And we just started this model. Literally just started it. So we are nowhere near close to being even remotely done. But the other thing I want to show you, so there's a couple things I'm going to share and show with you guys. So, okay, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. How are you? I was showing you guys, I had this magnifying glass. I've had this forever. I don't know why I have it, but I've had it forever. I don't know if it's because, you know, I do a lot of stuff with watches. And so, but I have another magnifying glass, and I use my phone on my watches a lot. But this is a really, really cool magnifying glass. And I can't remember if it works or not. So I got some batteries from the battery box, and I'm gonna put new batteries in this and see if it lights up like it's supposed to. And if you guys have any, if you have any questions or comments about anything, just throw a chat out there. Just leave me a comment and I'll get to you, I promise. All right, so it does light up. You see, I don't want to blind you guys. So, but you can tell it lights up. So that's my magnifying glass. And then I found the other component to it, which are my little bracket. So it has a metal piece, see? Right? And then this can clamp on your work table. Like over here, I think it's where I'm gonna put it for now. I don't know really where I want it, to be honest. I just thought it would be cool to get it out and use. So this is something I've had for a number of years. Let me get this on my little workshop table here. There we go. Let me get it tightened up real quick, everybody. I want to appreciate everybody for joining us. I want to thank everybody who checked out my wife's live stream last night of her making chicken adobo. She had a good time. She had a lot of people watching her recipe for chicken adobo. So now I have my magnifying glass on the gooseneck with a light in it, right? But for $5, I bought this other one. I found this in the coin section at Hobby Lobby because I thought it would be really good to have a simple one that you could just pick up real quick and move around with in case you needed to. Versus this, you know, the other one being more stationary. So I bought this one. I don't think it does anything. It doesn't light up or anything. It's nothing fancy, just a $5 magnifying glass. It has one here and one here. So, because the older we get, the harder things are for me to see. You know, I'm starting to not be a spring chicken anymore. So, I gotta take precaution. So, but thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the thumbs ups. The other cool thing I got at Hobby Lobby, and I'll show you. Crap, put that back over here. Tim is in the house. Good evening, Tim. How are you? I bought this model mat for $10 at Hobby Lobby. It looks really cool. So I thought, man, if I'm going to be all impressive to you guys online, I better get my crud together and buy cool stuff. So I got that. So I spent all of Killer Alex's super sticker donation money already on stuff at Hobby Lobby. I got my trash can cleaned out the other day, so I'm a little bit better organized. You trying to be an Inspector Gadget? I am. Did you see this yet, Tim? Looky here. I am. Oh, let's check this out. So here's this little weird orange mat thingy. Maybe I should wait a second. Maybe okay if I look at what it's supposed to do first. Oh, those are just weights. So this is a non-slip silicone surface. It's flexible, easy to clean, heat resistant, compartments, tool keeper, magnetic area. Oh, okay. So these are like little magnets embedded in all through it. So you could put like, I guess my little metal clip thing here. I'll try to get you guys a better look at some of this. I will. Let me get you guys adjusted a tiny bit better. So, get that out of the way real quick. So this is supposed to be magnetic. I don't know how magnetic, but we'll find out. So maybe for paper clips. There you go. All right. So I'm trying to be Inspector Gadget. The other cool thing, and if you can see, it has these little compartments that has a little lid or seal thingy. That's kind of cool. I don't know exactly how to use that. And it's called tools and bins, and so it has a place like this is a micro drill that I'm going to need to work on the boat with. I can put that safely there. I got my really good dissecting stainless steel scissors, my micro scissors. I can be all kinds of cool. I don't know if this is going to be useful or not. I'm not quite confident on how great it's going to be to use. But I don't know. I thought it was cool. I mean, it's only $10. I'll just tell my wife to work overtime to pay for it. How's that? So yeah, pretty cool, right? And then I brought in some extra red Solo cups so that we can all have a drink together. No, it's because I'm gonna need a couple little paint containers, paint washes. And so I got some paint thinner, of course. And so I'm going to just basically cut these glasses down. Because they don't need to be very deep. So I'm just going to rough cut. See, now I got a little paint tray, a little thing I can wash my paintbrushes in. Okay? See, I'm being resourceful. I already have those in the house. We got a couple thumbs up. We appreciate everybody doing that. Please give us some more thumbs uppers. I do have 3 Oreo cookies, just in case. We need those. I got a couple thingies over here, paper towels, whatever the heck those are called. And last week when we worked on this, I already messed up? No, all right. All we did basically last week as an intro was I just took the cells out of the packet. And we cleaned them up and got them cut into shape. So that's the boat. If you guys didn't see it, it's just a pirate ship. Here's my instructions. So last week I cut out all these sails. You can see how they're bent and pre-shaped, but I cut all these out. I got to do some fine sanding before I spray paint these, and I am going to spray paint these a sand color. So that hopefully it kind of gives the image of, you know, a weathered ship. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to do. I got a new chair set up over here to the left of me. And I got a magnifying glass to the right of me. I got a bottle of water in front of me. And I think, we'll just see how we do. We'll just see how we do. Daisy. And I got a dog looking out the window, looking for intruders. Maybe I can move that out of the way. I might have to slide this around. I'm not for sure if I like where that is. So how's everybody doing today? We appreciate everybody. It's not warm today here. It's another cold day. We were down in around 15 degrees last night, so it was pretty cold. But if you don't know, a Jolly Roger is really the flag on the pirate ship. It's not the name of the boat necessarily. You could be. But the Jolly Roger is technically the flag. And I'm going to work on, if I can try to get my artistic skills up, I'm going to try to work on getting, making my own pirate flag based off of my channel. So instead of Skull and Bones, I'm going to work on seeing if I can't come up with my own. If anybody has any suggestions about taking my channel, maybe Lorelei and I's picture, or the Philippines, or something in America, and the beach, and tropical. If somebody has any suggestions about how we could turn, kind of the theme of our channel into a pirate flag, I would really like to hear that. So, like I said the other day, I did go to Hobby Lobby. I picked up the correct colors of paint that was part of the coded paint list right there. So we did get that. We do have glue. We have all kinds of good stuff. We're going to take our time and do this ship build. I'm in no hurry. It's going to be winter out for another 8 weeks, at least. So no one hurry about that. Let me tell you a couple other things that Lorelei and I are working on. One, Lorelei's trying to do more live streams during the weekend when she's home in the evenings. She did one the other night, making chicken adobo. And I think she had a good time doing that. So we're also going to be launching a fundraising campaign to buy school supplies for children in the Philippines. And these are truly going to go to families that if they got to buy their own school supplies, it would be a financial hardship for them in the Philippines. So we are vetting the families that we will purchase school supplies for. We do have an infrastructure in place in the Philippines to handle this. We're just going to start fundraising probably at the end of January. So just keep that in mind. We don't need any money right now or anything, but down the road, if you feel like you want to help us buy school supplies for kids in the Philippines, we'll talk more about that. So that's exciting for us, I think. We're really excited about this year and what's going to be going on and all that good stuff. So I don't know. What else is there? Our channel's growing. We appreciate that. Man, we just can't believe how many people like to come and look at my face. So we do appreciate everybody doing that. All right, so I showed you we got the cells cut out. And I got them numbered. All my cells are numbered. I wrote on it with colored pencil. Now, at some point, and I don't know if I'll do that today, I gotta drill holes and I gotta stitch and all of that. So what I want to do is go back to the instructions, because when I looked at this the other day, we really didn't have any of the supplies I needed to build the model with. I just got the model, right? So now I think I have some of the supplies. And so I'm going to try, and I'm not really good at this. I'm not very good at following instructions. I'm not really good at being patient. You know, I'm just not really good at a lot of things. Man, that water's good. But in an effort to be me, to be better than me, the first step of our ship wants us to make some cannons. And let me get some maybe light. And if I start blinding you guys, just let me know. But I need a little bit of light on the table. And I got to get the cannons. And I got to figure out what the best way it is going to be doing this model, this cannons. So I think I have, what, 30-something cannons to build? They're 2 pieces. So that's pretty simple. But they're 2 different colors. The base, the wood base, the trolley for your cannons are going to be supposed to be paint color number 4, which is wood color. Okay, you know what? I couldn't find wood color, so I bought. And I got to remember what I bought for wood color. Bought the gold. I might have to look at my cheat sheet, because I think I picked a dark brown for that. So let me look at my cheat sheet. Hang on a second. I got a cheat sheet over here. Ah, man, it's good to be back with you guys. Felt like I was gone forever. So let's see. Wood is going to be color 1141. So you need a magnifying glass to even look at these bottles. Did I get in it? Did we miss one? No, there it is. So I've chosen, let me read the color to you for wood. I went on the Testors website and looked up the paint numbers on the website to see if I could figure out what they're referring to. Oh, I was wrong. This is technically wood color. So, Testor 1141 is wood. Okay, good to know. And then, so let me put that over here. And then the other color I'm supposed to use for the Cannon Barrow is number 1, which is flat black, which I didn't buy any additional flat black because I already had some. I think, I hope. I'll fake it. Yep, flat black right here. So I got the 2 colors I need for the cannon. I got the wood color, which is, I guess, brown, and a flat black, and I'm going to shake these up. Now, these are pieces that have to be glued. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all of these in place on the plastic housing or skeleton. I don't know what you call this, grid. And I'm going to go through here and I'm going to paint all of these pieces still attached. That's what I think I'm going to do. Because I think that makes better sense than snipping and trying to hold and all of that mess. That's what I think. So we're not going to snip anything off today. I think I do got this really cool little thing here. I'll show you. That has been helpful. It's a weighted little thing with a bunch of holes in it. And you get these little sticks that go in here, and they got these little clips, alligator clips. So what that allows you to do, and let me get this set up so I can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do to make my life a little bit easier, since all of my cannons are on this side, I'm actually going to go through here and try to cut this section off and put this section back in the box. So back in the box, and I'm going to work on this section. And then I'm going to try, and I got a little saw from my other hobbies, my X-Acto knife. I got these great little nail clippers, cuticle clippers that work great. But look, I even have a little dovetail saw from back in the day when I made wood model boats. Good luck with your boat build. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate that. How are things in the Philippines for you, my friend? Well, sometimes, Tim, you got to just kind of do some things that are a little different or a little fun. Something to kill time with. You know, when we went to the Philippines, that's one thing I studied hard on, but I failed at. Was having things to do in the Philippines to keep myself occupied. So I was extremely bored living in the Philippines. And the one thing I thought I was going to get to do a boatload of in the Philippines, I got to do none of. And that was fishing. That's because where we were, well, one, fishing was shut down. You couldn't go out and fish. And two, it was so polluted that it was just nasty. All right. I have a few things to do early today. Nice. Are you going to the gym today? Come on now. I'm trying to be careful. I think I broke my cheap nail clippers. Man. What kind of cheap Walmart crud is this? Do I have going on here? All right. I'll go back to using the dovetail saw and just see if I can do it without dropping other pieces off. Yeah, so this, we're going to try to stay busy over the winter. I know for a lot of you folks, winter isn't a big deal, but for me, I hate winter. Shit. See, I dropped a piece. So I got to be careful. It came off right there, and I don't know what it is. So maybe I'll put that right there. Put that back in there. Throw that away. You also go to the gym? So, you know, I personally hate winter. I get bored and depressed during winter months really bad. And I get bored easily to begin with, but I really get bored during winter months. So these are going to weigh a lot, aren't they? But one thing I'm excited about is, I created a new YouTube channel. Oh, maybe not. That'd be okay. Let me put a third one on here just to hold. Called Fishing with Pack, right? And so I'm going to try, part of my mission this year, I started it last year, just putting it in place. I didn't do anything with it. I just wanted to reserve the channel name, and I did that. So this year, I'm actually going to try to grow that channel a little bit, and I'll talk about that as you go along. When weather gets better and I get to go outdoors again, then I think it's going to be fun to see if I can't grow that channel into something. So let's see what I got to do here. I want to make sure. One of the rules I used to teach my students in class was when we're doing laboratory exercises, right? We want to read the instructions twice, 3 times, 4 times. Double check all of your materials before you proceed. So I want to double check that my Cannon Barrows are actually supposed to be number 1 black. Number 1 flat black, they are. So if you guys want to just watch, I'm going to make and paint flat black cannons. Man. Alexandria, hey, how are you? I'm doing pretty good tonight. I thought I would change up how we do live streams a little bit. Since it's cold and I'm depressed because it's winter and all of that stuff. My wife got me a model ship to build to keep me from going insane during the winter months. So I thought I would just talk to you guys while I build my model. So Alexandria, how are you, my friend? I hope you're staying warm. Now, I don't claim to be good at this. I don't claim to be artsy-fartsy. I don't claim to have any talent whatsoever. The only thing I'm good at, people would say, is running my mouth. But we're going to try this. I hope it's getting warmer for you. It's a little bouncy there. It was cold here last night, but the snow has melted. Doing good. I'm on break in my car, about to go back into work, unfortunately. Well, I know you told us how many hours you worked last time, like 70 hours. You just tell them that if you want a break, you'll take a break. And, if you want to take an extra day off, paid vacation-wise, they should give it to you. And if they have any problems with that, you just tell them to come talk to me. Meme is in the house. Meme, how are you? But we're kind of excited about this year. I mean, we're going to do some charity work. We're going to try to grow this YouTube channel, and I'm trying to grow another one starting spring. So, a fishing channel. I have to keep busy. I'm going to do I have to keep busy during the winters. I can always find something to do in the spring and the summer and the fall. And I'm going to need stronger glasses. So I got to find stuff to keep busy with. And my wife didn't want me going crazy. I'm cold. You're cold. Me too. Excited to see your model when it's finished. Me too. Alexandria, I can't promise you that it will look very nice. I can't, but I will do my best. I better move that paint out of the way or I'm going to knock it over and make a big mess. I'm going to try to take my time and do these and see if I can't make it look happy. This is not a very difficult model on the scale level. Now, it may be very difficult for me because I have no skill, but from a model building standpoint, it's not a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So, but since I don't have anything other to do besides watch TV and play games, and I enjoy talking to all of you guys, it's kind of like I'm teaching class. Thinking of that, I have a couple other really cool things that I'm excited about to share with you guys. I bought a book called the other day, The Lies That My Doctor Told Me by Dr. Ken Berry. He's a big time internet doctor, superstar, nutritionist. And I bought his book the other day, and I'm gonna do little 5-minute chapter reviews of his book. So over the next few months, I'm doing chapter outlines, treating it like a textbook. And I'm going to go over each chapter with you guys. I'll do the beginning of it, explain who he is and why he wrote the book. And then we'll do another 5-minute video or less, talking about chapter 1, chapter 2, and so forth, so forth, so forth. So that's something I'm kind of excited about. We are also on a couple other big video works, Lorelei and I. We're working on a video about mobility scooters for handicapped people like me. I'm working on that. I'm hoping to finish that up this spring. Definitely need some time and help with hers to help me with that. So that's another one of our upcoming videos down the road to look for, because I've become somewhat of an expert on mobility scooters and which ones you should buy. I need a new one. I need another one really bad. And this is part about a necessity. I've been doing my research for which one I want to buy. So I figured I'd just make a video out about what I learned, what I know, since I have one, the troubles I've had, the experiences that I had, traveling, all of that good stuff. So that's another exciting video coming up. I'll tell you guys, I went to the heart doctor today, and this is going to be another exciting video I hope you guys really like. And this is going to be a long ways from now, maybe 8-9 months. But if you didn't know, I suffer from heart failure. And I actually have a defibrillator pacemaker implanted in my body, a 3-lead one. And so we went today to see how long the battery is good for. And the battery is about, 9 months away. So we started taking some videos. And once we get closer to needing a new defibrillator and all of that, we're going to take you guys with us on that journey, because I want to educate people and what it's like to have a pacemaker defibrillator, which is not the most pleasant thing to do, but it is a necessity. And since I have to get a new one because my time is up, my 10 years of this first, but technically this is my second pacemaker. I'm already buying this one of my grandma's. Nice. Meme is dropping a... Okay. Sorry, Meme, let me focus my eyes real quick. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I'll check it out, Meme. I really will. So I have a mobility scooter that we bought. Crap. Am I getting paint on that other boat? That we bought while we were living in the Philippines. And it's a cheap Chinese knockoff. And there's a lot of things that just doesn't work for me on it. It's too small for one. Ergonomically, it's not very good. But I will say, even though it's a cheap Chinese knockoff, it's pretty dang tough. But we've had it for quite a while now, and I can tell that it's starting to wear out. The other big condition for me is it's not designed to be used the way I use it. The one that we bought is designed to be on smooth surfaces only. And so I took it at fishing, and it just doesn't work fishing. You know, to the zoo, to parks, places like that. It's not a very good one for that outdoor application. And so the one I've been eyeballing myself is called a Baja. It's a little bit more designed for being, going to the zoo, to parks, taking it out in the grass. All right, I'll check it out. So I've rented scooters. I've owned scooters, mobility scooters. And I really do have an understanding of it. And I, of course, you know, back in my teaching days, I taught ergonomics as one of the subjects. So I'm very familiar with ergonomics and how it pertains, of course. Ergonomics is like the motion of the body, right? The body in relationship to the work that it's doing. And I'm not saying I'm an expert in ergonomics. I used to be, but not anymore because I'm old. But I definitely know what works and what doesn't work, so that I could definitely help people, and I give them a lot of tips. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff to share when I buy my next one, or we continue to work on these videos. So most people in need of the scooters are not really in the situation they can go off-road, I think. Well, and I don't mean like off-road mountain climbing or mountain biking, but I do kind of mean going to parks, like with dogs. If you want to go out to the park, if you want to go out to a zoo, there's a lot of scooters that just won't work for that. The wheels are too small, and they don't have any tread, and they're unstable. And we've been to zoos, we've been to Disneyland in Florida. We've been to Kennedy Space Center, and I've rented scooters at different places. And there really is a huge difference in kind of like the ones that are designed for like going into a mall or a Walmart versus doing any outdoor stuff. Going to the county fairs, any of that stuff. Big John's in the house. He says, fast scooters catch fast women. They do, man. And since even though my health is not great, I want to get out and experience life while I can. I need something that I can drive in grass, light gravel, rough pavement, sidewalks. And the one I have from China is just not designed for that. So, and I would be happy once I get, because here's what I know, Big John. I actually would like to have 2 scooters. You go, 2 scooters? Well, isn't that being kind of selfish? Yeah, it is. But the 2 scooters I need, and I'll say I need because we do this, I need one that is a travel scooter that's for like airports, cruise ships, and alike. Because when we go on cruises and things, a regular, even my scooter that I have is too big for that. So they don't work well for that. So you need one if you travel a lot, cruise ships, airplanes. I like scooters, speed bumps, cause troubles. Oh my God. You got that right, John. Speed bumps just break my back. And that's why the outdoor one I want, which is called the Baja, which I think is one I'm leaning towards. Now, granted, it runs, I don't know, $2,800. So it's a really lot of money. That's why it's not in the garage. And of course, the sad thing is, the one that works great for cruise ships and airline travel, and that fits in the back of a car for, regular travel, that dang thing is $3,000 too. The cheap ones run about $1,000, but they're not very versatile. And so if I get some money saved up, I need to buy a travel scooter and I need to buy an outdoor scooter. And I would be happy to give the scooter I have away to somebody in need because it is a pretty good scooter. There's a lot of things wrong with the Chinese knockoff, but it works and it's okay. It's just not the right one for me. I'm a little ergonomically, it doesn't fit my body type very well. But if I can get my other 2 scooters, then I'll be happy to donate the one I have to somebody in need. I have no problems doing that. And we paid $1,000 for that scooter. Because I want to go outdoors more. I don't want to, as somebody with bad heart, bad lungs, bad knees, I've had knee replacement, ankle reconstruction surgery. As somebody who's pretty banged up, I don't want to live my life indoors. I don't want to die. And if I'm going to die, I want to die at least being somewhat active and enjoying my life. And we've got to travel a lot, which I really appreciate. And I'm thankful for all the traveling we've got to do. We've got to live in the Philippines. We've traveled on cruise ships and other places, been all over the country. We've lived in Florida. We're going to go back to Alabama, I think. So there's a lot. But if you're going to buy a scooter for somebody, keep this in mind. There's a lot of things that go into it versus just going, oh yeah, that works. There's a lot more to it. How tall are you? How long are your arms? How easy to control? What accessories do you want? A lot of things go into place. And I've been blessed enough, I guess, that now I know exactly what I need from a mobility scooter standpoint. And I've learned that I need 2. Hey, Big John, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I'm painting some cannons right now, John, for my Jolly Roger. But I'm going to start working on, Dr. Ken Berry's book about lies my doctor told me. I bought it the other day. I'm going to start doing short videos, not short like this, but short time-wise. Maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and I'm going to try to do a chapter outline review of each chapter while I'm stuck in the doors this winter. So I thought that might be cool, because I need to read the book anyway. And if I do a chapter outline and make a video about it, that will help me remember what he says. Because you know the best way to learn something is to try to teach somebody else that subject. If you want to learn how to make a snowman, the best way to learn how to make a snowman is to try to teach somebody how to make that snowman. So I'm going to do 3 to 5 minute videos. I'm going to try to keep it to that on each chapter. And I'll start with the beginning of the book, an intro. I'll do a short intro, 3 to 5 minute intro video about the book and about Dr. Ken Berry. And then I'll jump right in and do another video about chapter 1, chapter 2, on and on and on and on until we get all through the book. That way, I'm hoping maybe that people might be interested in that. One, we get inspired to buy his book, I guess, but maybe be inspired to work on their health, because I'm trying to do that. I mean, I'm down 35 pounds. I was at the heart doctor today, and I was definitely down 35 pounds from this time last year. So that's a good thing. And I want to get another 35 pounds off, which would be the smallest I've ever been as an adult. So, see how bad of a job I did on painting my cannons. I'm painting them flat black. I want them to look not perfect because it is supposed to be a pirate ship that's been out in the water, right? All right. Yeah, it's an easy book to read. And John, and I'm sure you probably know what I mean by that. It doesn't seem to be much of an academic challenge to read his book. So I got a feeling it's written well, simple wording, all of that good stuff. All that good stuff. But yeah, I don't know, John, what do you think about that? I don't know. I kind of thought that might be a good way to, one, make myself read the book. 2, have an open dialogue about health and nutrition. Pick other people's brains, because I do like to know what other people think, besides just what I think. And you guys all know that. I wonder what I did with it. I don't know where it is. I'll find it another time. All right. Ah, crap. Out and about with M&D is in the house. Hello. Thank you for coming in. How are you? I shouldn't use, I'm just going to give you a tip. And I'm really bad about this, and I don't listen to my own tips. But you shouldn't use the paint cap as a paint holder vessel, because then you get paint in there and it just dries up and it's hard to open. But then again, I'm not very good at following my own instructions. Hello, everybody. John, if you guys would say hello to Out and About, I'd appreciate that. You guys all say hello, give us a thumbs up. Is anybody giving us thumbs up today, or are you guys pretending I don't exist? I need to get the cap back on the paint thinner before it evaporates. Another real simple tip. So yeah, I went to Hobby Lobby this weekend. I braved the 20 feet of snow and the negative 150,000 degrees cold temperature out, just so I go to Hobby Lobby and get some stuff I needed, so that you guys could watch me paint my model parts. And so today, and let me know if this light bothers you guys or gets in your way. I can't tell sometimes because so yeah, we went to Hobby Lobby. I got some paint that this model calls for. And, oh, I bought some cool gadgets while I was there. I bought another additional magnifying glass. It's not working too well. And I bought this really cool yellow orange matte thingy for $10. You need 14 more subs to hit 1,000. Congratulations. You will get there in no time, my friend. I need about 340 or 50 or 60 to get to 4,000. But you're getting there. I tell everybody, just keep working it. Keep working it. Don't give up. Crap. Oh, never mind. We are doing our best this year to actually try to make our YouTube into something. Usually, you guys all know that it is not easy being a YouTuber. We don't even make enough money to pay our internet bill off of YouTube. And then, of course, we spend all kinds of cool money buying gadgets and this and that. We did get a super sticker earlier for $2. I'm appreciative of that. I already spent his $2 on model paint. Each one of these costs $2.69, but still very appreciative of that. So I've been painting the cannons on this model. I do have a paint tray over there, but I don't know if I want to use it. And so right now, I painted the barrels flat black. I don't like this. This is not smooth enough. Let me get that shook up a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to work on some new channels this year myself. I have my Fishing with Pac channel that I created last year with the intentions of trying to make that into a channel in 2025. So come this spring, I'm excited about trying to work on that. It's quite a night. Yes. Well, so we got a lot on the YouTube plate this year. I know my wife is going to do more YouTubing and more Facebook blogging. And we got videos we want to make and places we want to go and take you on live streams with us. And if we can continue to grow, then I'll be very happy. Because I work this channel hard so that someday maybe it can pay our internet bill. I'm getting so much vibration off these, I don't know. I'm not liking how I'm doing this. Getting too much vibration. So out and about, what I suggest is that you make a goal for this year, for the 2025 for your YouTube channel. My new goal is to get to 4,000, then to 5,000, and so on. So hello everyone, and hit that thumbs up. Thank you for that, and thank you for reminding that. Sometimes it's hard to get those thumbs up. You know, a lot of people, to be honest, they're looking for the YouTube channels with the girls on it. And when they see that there's no girls on it, even if the girls are ugly, you know, a lot of them don't stick around. That's why in the beginning of each live stream that you do, and you should do a lot of live streams because it helps, you might get an uptick of 30, 40, 50 subscribers all at once for the first minute or two, right? And then when all these people realize you're not some pretty girl, you're just an old boring guy like me, then they go somewhere else, which is okay. Now, a lot of them are trolls. A lot of them want to pop in and be trolls. And I think the trolls have all learned on my channel, it doesn't work. I don't mind trolls because I think I can get a lot of use out of trolls. But a troll is not going to dictate my channel. And so if a troll needs to be dealt with swiftly, we do. But if I can just get them to run their mouths a little bit politely, so to speak, and they leave a bunch of chats, then I'm okay with that. I'll take the comments any way I can get them, because the more comments you have, the better YouTube thinks you're doing. And we all are here man, these wooden bases for these cannons are hard to paint. I got a feeling I'm going to go over them twice. One, it's a dark green, and I'm painting it a light wood color. So, but if you get a bunch of trolls, take what you can get out of them. Now, the more you get better at live streaming, the more you do it, the better you get at it, is what I meant. Easier it becomes. Now, you will get a lot of people who want to come to your live streams and say, hey, I'm doing a live stream, if you got any single men want to come check me out, We get some female channels that like to do that. So we do get that. But we also have a lot of channels that we let each other know that we're going live. It's like our good friend Claude and Jessica living in the Philippines. They were live. They went live apparently right when I did, and I didn't know that. Him and I have a lot of the same audience. Not exactly, but him and I are buddies and friends. If I would have known he was going to live, I would have waited a little bit. That way we don't take away an audience from each other, so to speak. So one thing to keep that in mind if you're doing things. Man, I'm not happy with this paint job. It's gonna. This paint's drying really fast. So YouTube is an interesting beast. You'll get a lot of fakers on the internet. You'll get a lot of liars. And that just comes with the territory. You'll also get a lot of really good people, but you're also going to get a lot of these people that feed you bullshit. You know, the ones that say, I've been here, I've been there, I've done that, I've been everywhere, man. You know, even though they've probably never left their mama's basement. But you just got to take the good with the bad. I tell my wife, because she gets a little upset at times, you can't let YouTube upset you. You can't take what anybody says personally. Because it just doesn't matter, you know? You just do you and you be happy. Man, this dark green is going to be hard to cover these lighter colors. So that's what I encourage everybody to take the good with the bad. Don't get disappointed. Don't get stressed out. We have people that love us one minute and hate us the next, and we're okay with that. It's not going to hurt my feelings. If you like us, it's not going to hurt my feelings if you hate us. So we just try to focus on what we want our channel to be about and how we want it to be. And we let nature take its course from there. But we met a lot of really great people. We have a lot of great subscribers. We try to do things the right way on our channel. All right, my friend, take care and be safe. And enjoy whatever it is that you're out and about doing. Man, this paint sucks. Man, I'm gonna have to go over these little bases a couple of times to make them look good. Because they don't look good. They look like poo, if you know what I mean. And maybe I'm just trying to be a little sparingly on the paint so I don't make a big sloppy mess, but I'm not a good painter. Never have been. So if I'm not a good painter, in real life, how can I be a good painter with little bitty miniature stuff? I'm hoping I can smell the VOCs coming off of this paint. If you didn't know, VOCs are volatile organic compounds. So, pretty strong smelling paint. So I'm sitting here painting this, wondering, how long is it going to be until I get a headache? Because I got a feeling between squinting and smelling the VOCs, that's going to be a real thing. But thank you all for sticking in with me and watching. And I want to do these models a little bit earlier in the day, because in the evenings around 8, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I get tired. And I know I wouldn't do a very good job working on these. That's why I kind of start this part a little bit earlier. But we're not always going to start live streams this early. That's why it's important for you guys to hit that alert bell. Because between the wife and I, you just never know when we're going to do a live stream. Now, we are going to try to get in the habit of doing StreamYard live streams on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock for everybody. StreamYard's a streaming device that you guys can click the link to and come up in the chat, come up in the panel. Now I need to keep doing what I'm doing, don't I? I'm going to try to do those on Thursdays. This paint's drying really fast, and I don't like the fact that it's drying my brush this fast. That's a problem I'm having right now. It's drying on my brush so fast, causing my brush not to be very good. Hang on, I gotta see if I got. No, I think that's super. I need to put a little paint thinner in this paint. It's causing my, I don't like how quick my brush is drying so fast that it's not spreading out. So it's not flaring like a feather. So let me clean my brush a little bit and put a little thinner on it, because I already know I got to go over this twice. But I need my brush to fan out more than it is. I need a little bit better coverage, even if it's thinner coverage, I need to have the coverage. If that makes sense. It's kind of like just as exciting as watching paint dry, huh? Yeah, I think that's improving it. I'm getting a little bit better coverage. So I'd rather have a little thinner coat. Then, because I got to paint it twice anyway. I already figured that out. The dark green plastic is just too dark, and this is too light of a brown or wood color. So I already know that I got to paint this twice. So I'd rather put a little bit of a thinner coat on it, get some coverage. And come back and give it a second coat maybe tomorrow. Let this dry up nice overnight. And then I can work on these same pieces tomorrow. So a lot of tedious time work involved. But we're going to get there. And if you guys have any questions or anything you want me to discuss with you about any topic, the other big thing I'm doing this year is I'm going to become an official life coach. I'm going to work on my life coaching credentials so that Dennis is in the house. You know, Dennis, I haven't said it once tonight. You know why? Because nobody's asked me what I'm painting. And I'm painting cannons. So the good news is I haven't said Jolly Rancher versus Jolly Rogers once. But not just because the name of the ship or the model hasn't come up at all. I'm trying to paint the parts, Dennis, and get them ready. I know I'm going to have to paint this twice. I'm just trying to get a nice little coat of paint on it, Dennis. Yes, I'm going to become a death coach. You know, there actually is such a thing, right? And I would probably be better at being a death coach than I am a life coach. I'm alive, but I've died and survived that. So I don't know how many people can say that, right? But yeah, you know, I've done a lot. I have a lot of counseling credentials under my belt anyway over the years at the college, you know, working with students and all of that stuff. So I thought it might just be something fun to do because I'm trying my best not to get bored. Any more bored than I am, Dennis. That's why we're taking on so many projects, I guess. I'm going to, I decided what I'm going to do about Dr. Ken Berry's book. I think what I'm going to do, Dennis, and I like to have your opinion, your honest opinion. What I'm going to do, and I've already started kind of, I'm going to read it like a textbook, and I'm going to do chapter outlines for myself. And then I'm going to do 3 to 5 minute videos about each chapter, where I just go over my outline for the chapter and do a summary of each chapter. And the reason I want to do that, one, maybe somebody will watch, but two, if I treat it like a textbook and like it's a class assignment, then maybe I will learn the book better myself. I'll do a better job understanding the material. And so I'm going to work on that. I'm going to probably do 4 or 5 of them at a time is what I'm going to do. Maybe not all in one video, but I'm going to work on getting 2 or 3 chapters done and get the videos done, and then I'll do some more. I'm going to try to get it like that. Because what I'm hoping is we can find people that would like to have a conversation about it. I don't know if there's anybody out there that would, but I'm going to try. And I'll tag, oops, I found 4 more I didn't see. And of course, I'll try to tag Dr. Ken Berry in it. And maybe that'll get me some love somewhere from somebody in the internet world. I don't know how popular he is, to be honest, Dennis. He seems pretty dang popular. So sometimes when you tag, your videos, but somebody who's popular in there, you get some good traction. So I am truly doing it for the likes, the views. But I am open to learning the material. I think that would be a good way to do it. He is very popular, good. So I'm going to try, I've already read the first chapter. So this week, I'm going to try to do a 3 to 5 minute video and get it done. I don't know about published, but get it done on Dr. Ken Berry and his intro to the book, you know what I mean? And then I want to go ahead and get the first chapter, 3 to 5 minute synopsis or chapter outline done of it, and get those videos made so that when I'm ready, I can just publish them. And if I get a couple of them, 2, 3, maybe I'll do one every week. So the book's not a hard read, so it wouldn't take real long to read the whole book, but I don't want to dump all of the videos at one time. I want to stagger them. But maybe 1 or 2 videos a week, 1 chapter at a time, is what I'm thinking. Because, yeah, I'd like to, I definitely want to know what he has to say, Dennis. But, hey, I'm not beyond sucking up to my betters to build my channel, you know? I am not beyond recognizing others, greatness and trying to steal some of their thunder, Yeah, all right. Let me put that down a second. Maybe that makes me a pariah, a YouTube pariah, but I'm okay with that. Us little bitty channels got to do everything we can to make it in life. And we got to find our own niche and find a way to grow. And, Maybe that will help me. I don't know, Dennis. Plus, you know, I find it interesting. I used to do. It's kind of like teaching class. When I'm doing this here, one thing I'm doing is pretending I'm teaching class, like a lab class. You know, I used to teach lab all the time, and we, you know, would do all kinds of cool experiments. And I'm hoping, you know, someday I can be a big timer, a big timer, a big timer. Oh my goodness gracious, 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 bars of fire. I don't even know where the hell these parts are, Dennis. So I gotta identify some more parts so I know what parts to paint, Dennis. Everybody. We thank you all for the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Well, that's an anchor. I wish they would give you a schematics that tells you where on this the pieces were that you're supposed to be looking for. That would be nice. Or what the hell these pieces are called. So at least, you know, ship anatomy a little bit. You could go, oh, they're looking for not having to randomly search all of these small pieces for days on end trying to find what I'm looking for. Because it just doesn't tell you what the pieces are. Is that one of them? It kind of looks like it. I don't know. So Lorelai's back at work. She did a live stream late last night. She had a good time. She made chicken adobo. For you folks that watched that, I appreciated that. The hell are these pieces at, Dennis? That's why it's going to take me 12 years to build this. Because I don't know what the pieces are. And you would think they would have the components all lumped together, right? You would think they would have everything lumped together. Where's my magnifying glass? And see if I can see if there's any microscopic code on this. All right. Man. And who said entertaining you guys would be easy? It's almost as difficult as entertaining myself. Yet. John says, frickin' frack Yes. All right, let me get this out of the way. I need to put that out of the way, boys and girls. Yep, freaking frack, son of a biscuit. Yes, I know. Well, I'm trying to find the part numbers. There's supposed to be a part number on these. So there's I'm looking for part number 6 if you guys see it. Not number 9, number 6. Okay. So here's number 6. There's 2 number 6s. And then I'm looking for part number 4, which you would think would be 1 part over from 5, right? But I can't even find part 5. Man, this is crazy. Looking for part 5 and part 4s. Man, I don't even see anything that looks... And you don't know how big it is either. There's not a scale. So I don't even know how big these damn parts are that I'm looking for. And I gotta go back over here and look. If anything looks remotely familiar. Is that them right there? Yep, I found them. I found 2 of them. Part number 4. But where the hell is part number 5? Part number 5 looks totally different. Man, I'm gonna go blind looking for parts. Part number 5 over there? No. Part number 5. Is that it? I think I found it. I think I found it. Well, well, that looks like it, but I don't think it's it. No, it's not it. Maybe that's it. There it is. All right, I found it. That's right. I found it. I'm the expert. Rustin's in the house. Good evening. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. These are the little pieces, boogers I was looking for. Now I gotta figure out how to assemble them and what color they get painted. So before I paint them or anything, I'm gonna try to figure out how they assemble. Which to me is not easy. Maybe they can make model parts that are like this big. Maybe I need to get bigger models, like car part size. I still don't know. See, I wish they would tell me what this was, what this part was. Because if I knew what this part was, then if I had to, I could just go and Google it on the internet. So this says it's going to go up like that. I need to check the paint colors here in a second. Okay. So Rustin, how are you doing tonight, everybody? It's already 6:30. Then I got to clean out the little compartments so things seat. So part number 5, yes, I know. Is that, could that be like soup number 5? And we got to get them in the right orientation. If I can figure out how they go together. You always want to try to get these things to go together before you glue them or paint them. And then you got the problem that you always got to sand or smooth some of these pieces down so they fit nice. All right. Proper orientation. I still don't know what this part does. And there's not like there's any how-to videos when it comes to these pieces and parts. Are we saying that this overlaps? That doesn't make sense. So what we're gonna do is, all right, what I used to tell my students, if you're taking a test and you don't know the answer, thumb through the rest of the test to see if the question repeats itself and if you can't gather more information from that. And that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna see if I can locate that component in another part of the instructions, so then maybe I can understand what it does and maybe I can do a better job at assembling it. Is that it? Right there? No? And of course, we can also look at the box. I think it's part of the rigging. Okay, so I'm supposed to glue those pieces together, and they're going to go on the deck a little bit later. So where at in the deck, are they just a spacer piece? Or do they hold a mask? And it's not like you can call up the pirate who built the ship and ask them because they're dead. All right. I guess we're going to have to go on a leap of faith. But now we need to know. Dang it, I forgot to bring an ink pen. Number 6 is no paint. Oh, I see what they're saying. All right, so here's what they're saying. I think what they're saying. So these are just some kind of little thingies. This part goes in like so. This part goes like so. And this part glues onto that. All right. Well, let me see. So 6 gets no paint. But, man, they want a little bitty drop, a smidgen, a hairline smidgen, of flat black on those. Okay, so I have to do that after I get it glued. Number 5 is going to be red, right? Part number 5 is red. Okay. Get that bottle moving around a little bit. Part number 4s are 2. Well, they're red too. I don't understand. Okay, so they're all red. Everything's red. So number 6 is red too, so I should just glue it all together and paint it red. All right. Why is it red? All right. So that's what we will work on. And we'll see what we can do here. Got to clean these parts, make sure they're smooth so they go together easily. But nice. All right, so I think we've got it figured out what we're supposed to do. And I don't think you see this part, that's why that's that away. I do got some rubber bands that, and this is the bitch. Sometimes you got to glue one part to another, rubber band it, set it up, let it dry before you can finish part number 2 or 3 or 4 in the exact same series. That's what drives me crazy. So I'll be able to put one side of this together. But I'll need a weight to do side number 2. Unless I can figure out how to clamp it together somehow. See, and you guys thought I'd have this done in a day. All right. Let's see if I can remember where the glue is. Ooh, you can smell that glue. All right. You ready for me to glue the first piece of the whole boat? All right. Piece number 1 glued. Ready for piece number 2? We're making headway. think I gotta just do one piece at a time. That's why these damn things take 5 years to do. All right, we're gonna let that set up. And put these two pieces together because they all go together. That's the best I can do for that now. Oh! I gotta finish painting the cannons to get the cannons all glued in tomorrow. All right. Maybe we can take a shortcut. Maybe I can go ahead and assemble a couple of the dinghies. Maybe I can get a couple of the dinghies going. See, I can identify them. Okay. And I'll put the dinghies together. Got to trim the part down a tiny bit. Okay, okay. Nisha's in the house. Hello. I am doing good, Nisha. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. My wife enjoyed having you on her live stream last night. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just hanging out, building a model, trying to get somebody to like my YouTube channel. I'm trying to become a model builder. Somebody must be outside walking their dog. My dogs are not happy with something that's going on outside. Okay, so Nisha, how are you tonight? I need to get a couple rubber bands real quick because I'm gonna need some rubber bands. I am building a pirate ship. I'm gonna make my own pirate flag. 6 a.m., yeah. It's almost 7 p.m. here. But I'm building a pirate ship, and if I can come up with how to be creative enough, I'm going to make my own pirate flag based off of our YouTube channel. Bama Nolan. It does. It does. It does, Bama. Good. Ooh, crap. See, Bama, you caused me to have a boo-boo. Comes with a peg leg and a parrot called Peg Leg Pete. So how are things going for you, Bama? You guys make sure you say hello to each other if you guys don't know each other. I just thought it might be an interesting way, Bama, to do a live stream, right? You know, I thought it might just be a different way or an interesting way to do live streams. We're not going to do all of our live streams this way, but I thought while I'm in the dead of winter and it's cold, since I'm not a pretty girl and I can't get people to come watch me just because I'm a pretty girl, I thought I would, you know, give them something else they might want to watch. Well, I guess a girl in general, because I hate to say it, there's a lot of them there YouTube channels that the girls are not pretty, but I guess since they're girls. Last few days have been doing okay for you? Yeah, we've been doing all right too, you know, just waiting for spring. Crap. Okay, we'll let those two little boats dry. Went to the diabetic doctor today and peed in the cup. I went to the heart doctor today and had my pacemaker battery checked. And Lorelai and I decided today we're going to make some videos about the replacement, because I am anywhere from 6 months to a year from needing my my pacemaker to quit working. So we've started collecting some data, and we're going to document the process, what it's like to have your pacemaker changed and all of that good stuff. So we went there today and got that done, and she got to see what the new pacemaker is going to look like and the technology for the new one and all of that good stuff. So I think she thought that was pretty cool. But I didn't have to pee in a cup. I'm not diabetic, and I'm not pre-diabetic, so forgive me if I don't know why they have you pee in a cup. Why do they have you pee in a cup? Do they check diabetes through the urine analysis? I don't remember ever peeing in a cup except for drugs. That's how I got out of prison. I had to pee in a cup to get out of prison. No. Said, you're clean. You can leave now. Good. Sanders in the house. Good evening, my friend. How are you? Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me. Thank you. Everybody say hello to Sanders and Bama Nolan and all of them. What? That doesn't make sense. I have no idea. The lab lady said it was to check my proteins. All right. Okay. You sure? She was checking your protein, or did she just want to see you pee in a cup? Yeah, sometimes I wonder about some of these. Oh, I see. So here's what's going to happen. I have two different boats. So I have two basically skiffs or lifeboats on a pirate ship. So they're going to be kind of like Russian nesting dolls. So the bigger one, which I'm going to let set up, then we got the little one that has the top for the little one too, the boardwalk. They're going to kind of go like this in there, and that's how they're going to fit in the ship. All right, so that's good to know. Tired from my trip to Alabama and back. I know, you were on the road. You're a busy beaver. I know, you stay busy, busy, busy. So do you got to go back to work tomorrow? Is that kind of, unfortunately, your thing? Meme, I am sitting here eating chicken nuggies with joppy sauce and enjoying the snow, silent winter night. Nice. Just in, okay. What part of the Alabama land did you go to there? Okay, so they don't want me to put that on yet. Uh-oh. Sounds like the washing machine's done. I heard it go beep, beep. Yeah, today they even let Lorelai hear what the pacemaker is going to sound like when it goes off. So I think she was excited about that. To get to kind of hear that. So we got to have my pacemaker replaced this year. So she wanted to go to the doctor with me today. But do you know the real reason Lorelai likes to go to the doctor with me? Well, there's a couple of reasons. John says, well, I have you on blue speaker and sitting next to the window. You're the loudest in town. Hot diggity damn. Man, I'm impressed. Lorelai likes to go to the doctor with me. One, she says I never bring home the right information. She says I forget what the doctors told me. Two, she wants to make sure the nurses aren't flirting with me. But here's what's most important. What she really wants to do is tell the doctor that I've been behaving bad. She likes to go to the doctor and say, "Doctor, did you know you told David not to do this, and David did it anyway?" I think she likes to tell my doctor on me. Like, you told him not to be eating any Snickers bars, and he ate Snickers. Like, gee, thanks, Lorelai. And why is it related? I know. They have to be related, right? Nah, she only rats me out to the doctor. No, she only rats me out to the doctor. You know, doctor, he skipped his medicine one day 2 months ago. Well, yeah, all right, you know. But she means well when she does it. The doctor doesn't mind. We've known him forever. And the difference is when I go to the doctor with her, I just sit there and be quiet. I don't say anything. I just sit and mind my business. Okay. Oxygen ozone therapy. Well, I know a little bit about O3. You're talking about O3? We used to use it to help clean out biologicals in houses. Is that what you mean, John? O3? I do admit I don't really care for the odor of it. If you're talking about O3. I will say that. Ionizations or ion 8A, whatever they're called nowadays. All right. I know I don't qualify for O2 at home. My oxygen saturation levels aren't that low. So, all right. I think we're about to a stopping point for the model for tonight. I need to let them things just kind of glue up and dry up and paint wise. Yes. Yeah, O3 ozone can be used as a sterilizer. They use it for like simple things in hospitals, but you can also use it for like your phones. We used to run them in indoor air quality systems. Back in the 90s, they were real popular. A lot of people were putting them in their houses. No, John says H2O2. So double oxygen, right? Okay, I'll Google it, John. H2O2. Hey, what happened? Lorelai has fits with her allergies, so she may benefit from it. Daisy, enough. You woke Lily up. But I'll have to check it out. So it was popular. O3 systems were popular in houses back in the 90s here. Same thing with putting UV lights in the HVAC systems. Okay. So what it's supposed to do? Just add more oxygen to the blood, right? Is that what you're talking about? I know what you're talking about, John. There are some clinics around here that do it. There are some clinics around here that do it, John. And so I know exactly what you're talking about. I do know that my primary care facility does not. They do not. So I know that. But you can pay and have it done at the hospital extra because my insurance company doesn't cover it. It's kind of like oxygen bars. There's some places where you can go to oxygen bars and pay and sit and enjoy the oxygen. Ugh. So, that's right, increase the brain activity. Well, and it's supposed to, it's supposed to help with the rebuilding of muscles. Man, it's dark in here. Hang on, everybody. Let me get the lights turned on. Speed recovery from injuries. So, yeah, it's good stuff. I'm familiar with that, John. So, yeah. Michael Jackson used it in a hyperbaric chamber, right? A modified one. And a lot of the cyclists use it. So, like Lance Armstrong is one of the things that the cycling world was allowed to do, I guess, was oxygen therapy. So, hi, Lily. Yeah, he used to sleep in a chamber, tent. But look what good it did for him. So, you know what I mean? Do you think it did him any good? I mean, look, there's no question that breathing in close to pure oxygen is good for you. I don't know about all the time. But there's definitely a history that it's actually not a bad thing. So I'm with you there. But then again, Michael Jackson was so strange, such of a strange young man, that if you would have told him sleeping in a dog food bag, would have been the thing to do, he would have done that. So, because that drug that he died on, that he used and him and Prince used to sleep with, that's a surgery drug and not supposed to be used outside of the medical field or outside the hospital. So, memes, I'm wondering about O3 therapy. No, you're not supposed to breathe it in, but it sterilizes. And so in this part of the world, a lot of houses would put O3 sensors in or filters in to help when they circulate the air through the heating and air system, it would sterilize the air. But I personally didn't like the way it smelled. And I didn't really recommend it and or the ultraviolet light for your HVAC units because, one, we need some bad stuff in the air. We just do. Two, you got to realize that if you got a good heating and HVAC system, you need to bring fresh air from the outside. And every bit of fresh air you bring in is going to be contaminated. So, supposedly contaminated. That's correct. It smells like a thunderstorm. And I'm not a big fan of it. So, I didn't ever recommend it when I was doing private consulting work. Had a lot of people ask about it. And I would say, look, I could sell it to you, have it installed. You could pay me an extra 4, 5, 6,000 bucks, but. And I'd explain to them why. Look, you got your door open, you defeated the purpose. As soon as you open a window, you defeated the purpose. Every time you come in and out of your house, you defeat the purpose. So you can't really sterilize anything. And when I was doing the consulting for the indoor air quality for houses, I would tell people that would get a mold reading in their house, right? Oh, we got mold in our house. Well, but let's look at the mold, what type of mold it is, and what quantities. Because there's mold everywhere. And there's mold that belongs here, and there's mold that belongs there, and there's mold that doesn't belong here or there. And you have to realize that it can all be like an aspirin. An aspirin a day, not a big deal. You take 100 aspirin a day, that's a big deal. So indoor air contaminants are a lot like aspirin. It's all about the dosage or the exposure rate. So that's what I would tell people. You know, if as soon as you open your door, you go in and out, you let the fresh air in. And I would tell them, said, you understand that if I go and take a mold sample in an operating room in a hospital, I'm going to get a positive. Every hospital. There is no sterile environment on this planet. Look, I train people on how to wear level A suits, wore them myself. There's no sterile environment. There's just not. You may be able to protect yourself from certain environmental conditions and or contaminants, but the word sterile doesn't happen in the environment. It just doesn't. It's not going to happen. So I would go and do a mold sampling at a house. It's like, all right, but let me get your data back before we throw a fit. And the data would come back, and if it's within the norm of what your indoor air quality should be and relative to all the other houses in your region on Daisy, then you have nothing to worry about. But if it's, Daisy wanted to join us for the conversation. But if you have Stachybotrys, which is the black mold or the bad mold that a lot of people equate, you shouldn't have any of that in your house. If you have it in high concentrations, you're screwed. If you have Aspergillus in your house, not a big deal. But if you have an extremely high concentrations, you're problematic. Cladosporium, same way. All over the place. It's in my plants. It all depends on the dosage, the level that you have. So the environmental pollutions, contaminants, irritants, whatever you want to call them, and mold's not a pollution. It's just part of nature. You got to put it all into perspective. So, is there a downfall from over-oxygenating your blood? Probably is. So that's what I tell people all the time. You just got to put everything in perspective. Stress kills. I agree with that. Stress kills. Drunk drivers kill. Guns kill. Well, take that back. People kill, but not with guns. The drunk driver kills, not the car. So, you know what I mean? People are the problem. How's the immune system able to learn and protect if there is no germ? What caused it? Well, it's called your antibiotics. Your antibiotic. Your antibodies. Sorry. But they are. It's part of your genetic code. When it gets exposed at birth, when you're first alive, to any foreign, and it's not this or that, it's any foreign object, that's how you build your antibodies. So it's not about how was it exposed. That's the job of the antibodies, is to fight against any and everything. It goes to war and goes, oh, this visitor is non-harmful, so we don't care about him. Or we're going to produce a counter to it, and it's all good, and now we're immune to him. That's how it works. And just keeps doing that billions of times, all the time, over and over and over and over. The problem with things like mold is it gets into your lungs and grows and festers and causes you to die of respiratory failure. But I think stress is the number one killer for probably most people. Or it's definitely probably the number one reason why people have such short lives spans, I think. I mean, we all hate stress. We all hate dealing with a stressful situation. You know, there's some of us that are really good to responding to stress, but that doesn't mean we like it. Just because we run to the fire and save people or whatever the description is, doesn't mean we like the stress of it. I can solve problems just as well as anybody, but it doesn't mean I want to. Environment, active, bad genes. Yes. I agree with that. So what you can say is the environment and or contaminants in the environment, things that aren't supposed to be in the environment, can activate or agitate bad genes. And I agree with that. I don't necessarily think that on a whole, natural things that are only supposed to be in nature, affects the mass populations. I do think there are genetic issues where people are prone to things like, I don't know, sand and dust. And that's their downfall, where 99% of us would not be. But I think the problem comes in is when you introduce something that's not supposed to be in the environment into the environment. And then if you introduce it into too much quantity. So if the new contaminant army beats your anybody's army, then you lose. That's what it is. We're always at war. And I have lung disease called sarcoidosis. Nobody knows what causes it for sure. My body obviously did not win that battle. So I have these very large, hard granulomas all throughout my lungs. They move, they shift, they do all kinds of weird crap. I've been treating it for 25 years. It's in the dormant stage right now. I mean, it's not growing. It's just moving around some. But we don't know what caused it. We don't know why. The interesting thing is it's only disease that non-smokers get. How do you like that? I'm a non-smoker, and I got a disease that only non-smokers get. Smokers do not develop sarcoidosis. Just don't do it. I have another weird disease where it's called Porphyria tarda cantarda, which is like the vampire disease. You don't process vitamin D correctly. That's a genetic disorder. My father had it. I have it. I don't know if anybody else in my family has it or not, but I have it. And over the years, your blood becomes so contaminated, so poisonous to your own body. That's what happened to me. That's why I died. Was part of it. Heart failure, sarcoidosis, kidney failure, brought on too by septics due to the vitamin D, the blood being so contaminated because my liver and kidneys were not filtering out the toxins that in my body. And so that's partly why I died. The interesting thing was, years before I died, I had a doctor say, well, the only way we can correct your porphyria is by doing a blood transfusion. Now, sadly, you'd have to pay for that out of your pocket because no insurance company pays for it for this disease. When I died and I went into the coma for 10 days, I had 3 to 4 complete blood transfusions. So for me, when I've come out of the coma, my blood was cleaner than it's ever been in my life. Now, we're 8 years from the coma, 7 years from the coma. So my blood is starting to get contaminated again. But hopefully, I probably won't live long enough to ever see it to get to saturation level with the contaminants that was in my blood. So I won't need another blood transfusion because I probably won't live that long. So you just don't know. You don't know why the body does this or that. Why do I have heart failure? You know, why is my heart failure different from everybody else's? Or a little different? I mean, I have a low ejection fraction rate. You know, I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes, but I'm fat. Why don't I have diabetes? You know what I mean? It's just strange. You just don't know what's going on with all this weird stuff in our bodies. We just don't know. But it's interesting, right? So we do the best we can. And just keep going and going and doing and doing and going and doing and hope for the best is all we can do. So, well, it's almost 7:30 here, so I've been on here. I want to wind this down at 7:30, 7:25 here. So, once again, I appreciate everybody coming in and joining me for shipbuilding. I know it's probably the most exciting things, but at least we can still chat and have a good time while we build a ship. But thank everybody for that. We appreciate that. We're going to try to go do a StreamYard on Thursday night at 7 p.m. with a panel. So anybody wants to join us for that, you can. We got a lot of stuff coming up in the next year. We appreciate everybody subscribing, liking, and sharing to our channel and going and checking out everybody else's channel. So it's a good day. We're all alive. We're all kicking. We may not be the happiest. We may not be the healthiest. But you got to consider the alternative, right? So it's a good day when we can get up and get things done. And some of us went to the doctor today, like Bama and myself, and we made it back from the doctor's office. There's been a couple times I went to the doctor and didn't make it back. You know, it was a long time before I got back home. So I consider any day I go to the doctor's office and I get a walk out of the doctor's office, get in my car and come home is a good day. That's how I see that, you know. And today was one of those days. I got about 9 months left on my pacemaker. I don't know, we'll be in Alabama by then or not. If we're not, if we are, we'll have to find a doctor in Alabama to do the surgery. But I'm going to take you guys on the journey of replacing my defibrillator. I'm going to let you guys see it, what's happening. I know they won't let you guys watch the operation. If they would, I'd let you, because that'd be really cool. But we're going to go over the process with you, the pros and cons, how it works, you know, time frame, everything. That way you guys just know. It's a big educational thing. We got the school supplies things coming up next year. We got the mobility scooter video we got to work on. We got the new Dr. Ken Berry book we're working on. So we got a lot of exciting things. So we hope everybody will just continue to come back and hang out with us and join us. So, but folks, until tomorrow, and I think tomorrow I'll probably do a live stream around this time. I'm going to start later in the day tomorrow. So what I'm doing in my live streams, sometimes I do a morning one, a noon one, a 5 o'clock one like today, and sometimes I do them 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, midnight. We're just all over the place, and we do that intentionally because we have so many friends from all over the world that we like to keep up with. And we know that our friends in the Philippines can't come and hang out with us right now. It's not easy for them. So if we can catch them later in the night, we like to do that. So that's what we do. So, all right, everybody. We appreciate you once again. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to scare my dog. We appreciate everybody. Everybody take care, be safe, and we will see you guys tomorrow.